Hello buddy, Crow here, and this is a video of my Mystery Science Theater 3000 DVD collection. Now if you don't know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, it's a show where a human and his two robot pals make fun of bad movies. The show originally debuted 25 years ago on Thanksgiving Day on a cable station, not a cable station, a UHF station in Minnesota, KTMA. After the first season, it was picked up by Comedy Channel, which became Comedy Central. After 7 seasons on their 8th season went to Sci-Fi Channel, and the show ended around 1999, if memory is serving correctly. Let me back up a little bit. My first taste of Mystery Science Theater 3000 was at my cousin's house. Now, I didn't have cable at the time, but he did, and they were flipping through the channels, and I noticed these silhouetted guys making fun of a movie while he's flipping through the channels. And I was like, wait, what's that? And he flipped back to it and let me watch it for all of 10 seconds before he said, oh, that show's stupid. And kind of flipped out, and I was like, what? Okay, whatever. And kind of was in the back of my mind. And then several years later, it was at my uncle's house, who also had cable, and I actually finally found I got to see my very first full episode, which was Mitchell. Now, I really loved it, and several years after that, I really didn't see another episode, till I moved out on my own. I had my own place, and I got cable just so I could watch Mystery Science Theater 3000. So I was basically into maybe the final years of the Comedy Central era, and then into the Sci-Fi era. And then when it ended, there was no reason for me to have cable anymore. But then around 2000, around 2002, 2003, before that I started picking up all the VHS releases, and I was like, there's really no need to get the DVD releases. And even before that, in the late 90s, I was doing tape trading, where I would actually just buy a bunch of tapes for cost because of the tape and the effort of copying the tape. And I used to get a whole bunch of episodes that way. Now all those VHS tapes and everything, I've sold those on eBay, and I've given some to my family and stuff, because when I started then getting the DVDs, as you see here, around 2002, 2003. Now I didn't start buying them right away. There was a point at which I was like, why would I buy that? Why would I buy that? And then when I first started buying them, I went back and bought all the other ones that I could. So, I'm sure this is the longest intro ever, but I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's pretty long. I'm going to go through each of these DVDs and box sets that I've gotten. As somebody did request that I show my favorite DVD sets, and I don't know how I could pick out my favorites, but I did want to show off this collection, all the movies that are on them and everything. So, if you're not into that kind of thing, there's no reason for you to watch. This is all my Mystery Science Theater 3000 DVD collection. Cut to the table. Alright, first up, let's actually do DVDs that are not the episodes, but we're going to do the movies. There's actually several DVDs on the movie, and the first one was this one, by Universal here, MST3K the Movie. Now this one, after it went out of print, Universal said they had no intentions of re-releasing it. And for a while, the price of this DVD skyrocketed on eBay and such. It wouldn't be surprising to see this go for over $100 just because it was out of print, and Universal wouldn't let go of the rights of it, and they wouldn't reproduce this DVD. So, yeah, for a while it went really expensive. And then, I don't really remember what year this one came out. This was by Rogue Pictures. This is another MST3K 3000 the Movie. Oops, this one's got those stupid clips on them. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just really nothing, just the DVD. Were there any bonus features? I don't think there was any bonus features. It says all new digitally remastered. But, yeah, I think this was anamorphic. Yeah, anamorphic widescreen. The other one wasn't anamorphic widescreen. In fact, what they did was it was still widescreen, but instead of having black bars at the top and the bottom of the screen, they pushed the picture all the way up and just had double black bars at the bottom. So the first time I was watching it, I was like, why is why are the theater seats so damn big? And it was because I didn't realize that it was a widescreen and they had just pushed the picture all the way to the top. But this is the second one. This one is still available. However, it's not the one I would recommend. The third one, this one actually just came out this year. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, on Blu-ray. It actually comes with the DVD as well. See, you can see I haven't really opened this yet. We'll watch it one day. When I go to watch it on Blu-ray, I will probably unseal this. Bonus features: the maker of Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, the motion picture Odyssey, This Island Earth, 2.5 years in the making, and the original theatrical trailer. See, now I may have to open this up and watch all these bonuses on here. But yeah, this is the one I would recommend. Now let's get into the episodes. Now, before they started releasing box sets, Rhino was releasing episodes individually. So let's go through those. Actually, there's a couple other individual episodes that are... Yeah, we'll get to that. First one released, I did these in order they were released. Iga, the caveman, is a pretty funny episode. Has got riffs in it that are that are quoted often, like "Watch out for snakes." Special features. This actually has the uncut version of Iga on it too. So yeah, and then you can switch between versions without flipping the disc. So it must be a dual layer disc in here. 2 movies on 1 disc. I wonder. I'm going to open these up because there's something I think might be in one of these. I've taken. I'm sure one of them's in here. So it's got a little chapter guide and everything. Remember when DVDs used to come with chapter guides? Then we have The Brain That Wouldn't Die, another classic episode. I think this is the first one. Yeah, this is the first episode with Mike. So yeah, what does this have? Uncut. It also has the uncut version of the movie, and but I think that this one is, yeah, you have to flip the disc. It's a dual-sided disc. Now this is what I was looking for. It's a little like plastic overlay that you can stick over the TV. Now I've used these for other things in the past, so not all of them. I still have these, but like I put one of these on my Wii, so my Wii has a Mystery Science Theater 3000 silhouette on it. So yeah, Brain That Wouldn't Die. We have The Wild World of Batwoman, which is so completely bizarre. If you haven't seen this one, you have to. And I know that this one has the, I like how special animated menus are a special feature. Again, this has the uncut version of the movie. I think they were trying to do that for a lot of them. So yeah, they're both on the same side. The thing is with the uncut version of the movie, from when Mystery Science Theater does the riffing, and sometimes they edit the movie down for either content or time, usually for time. So that's The Wild World of Batwoman. Alright, next we have The Beginning of the End, a movie about giant locusts or praying mantis. What is it? Is it locusts or praying mantises? I don't really remember. But they're giant. They're giant insects, and they're taking over Chicago. So yeah, and I forgot to mention that all these early Rhino releases had like the silhouette on the cover, and they had phrases like from the movie. And let's see, what does this one have? This has both. This does have the uncut version of the movie as well. So there's that, and yeah, again, I got the insert here, the chapter thing. So there's that one. Now there's actually one that I'm missing, and that's Manos, the Hands of Fate. And there was a main reason I never really went back and picked it up. And I'll get to that reason later. It's not like I don't have Manos, the Hands of Fate. In fact, I have more than one copy of it on DVD. I just don't have that specific release of it. Next up, we have Mitchell, the last episode with Joel. And if I remember correctly, it was the last episode of the Turkey Gay Marathon yesterday. So yeah, Mitchell, if you're into Mystery Science Theater 3000, this is a must-watch episode. With Jodan Baker, there's lots of funny ass moments in this movie. This has the original trailer from the movie. This is where they started not having the original version of the movie with it. So yeah, Mitchell. Next up, we got I Accuse My Parents, which was also another episode, was in the Turkey Gay Marathon yesterday. about a kid who can't stop lying, and he gets himself in some trouble. He blames his parents for all his troubled life, but man, the kid had it made. Animated menus and chapter breaks. Yeah, those are the special features. Animated menus and chapter breaks. So don't really expect much more than the basic movie in this one. What we got next is Red Zone Cuba, a movie by Coleman Francis. There's 3 Coleman Francis movies done by Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is one of them. It's really worth watching all 3 of them. They make no sense. They're just hilarious. And what does this have? This doesn't even mention any special features, so don't expect anything with the episode. So yeah, Red Zone Cuba. Next up we have The Crawling Hand. So yeah, it's a really early episode. You could do with or without this one. This does have Alan Hale Jr. in it, which is the skipper in Gilligan's Island. Special features. Has the original theatrical trailer, and it includes the uncut version of the movie. So if you wanted to see The Crawling Hand without the Mystery Science Theater 3000 treatment, you could always get this one. Next up we have The Hellcats. Now I gotta be quite honest with you, I really don't like this episode. It's funny, it's got funny moments here and there, but after several repeated viewings, this movie still doesn't make any sense. They could have done better, I think. This is a season 2 episode. Does include the original theatrical trailer and the uncut version of the film. Double-sided disc, so that's one side has the uncut version and the other side doesn't. So there you go, and that's all of those releases. Now, this is the reason why I never bought Manos on just by itself, is because this is Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Essentials. It includes 2 movies, and one of the movies it includes is Manos, The Hands of Fate, with the bonus short. And it also has the bonus feature that was on the other one too, which was Poopy Part 1 or Part 2, I don't really remember. But MST3K blooper reel, I think it's the first one. So this has the blooper reel on it. It's exactly the same disc as I would have gotten the other one. So that's why. And the other one is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, which is a it's the best holiday tradition you can have. Oh, what's this? Now that's right. Mine came with a 3rd disc because I went the way I ordered it. I got a 3rd disc with it. This is Shorts Volume 3. I think Shorts Volumes 1 and 2 are in box sets to come, because this release came out after the box set started. So I have Shorts Volume 3. It came with this. That's why I've stuck this in here. But yeah, we got Manos, The Hands of Fate, and Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Yes, Santa Claus doesn't really fight the Martians in the movie. The Martians want to kidnap Santa and take him to Mars. Santa doesn't. He just goes along with it. And everything just resolves itself at the end. But still, really wacky movie. One of 2 Christmas movies that Mystery Science Theater 3000 did. So this is, if you can find this is really worth it, because it's got 2 really good episodes on it. So yeah, Mystery Science Theater 3000 Essentials. And now this one came out quite recently, and I'm just throwing this in here because it is, again, one movie. And again, it's Manos, The Hands of Fate, the Special Edition. So this has got the newer style of box art where they usually include Tom and Crow in the cover. This is a lot of special. This is 2 discs, special edition. This is the only single episode they've done in this treatment. So it has the movie, group therapy, the Mystery Science Theater hour wraps. It comes with a mini poster, which I think is just in here. Where is that mini? There it is. There's the mini poster. These mini posters are with all the Shout Factory releases. And here we got the this and that. And again, special clear DVD case. I wonder if, yeah, I think this is reversible, isn't it? Looks like it's reversible. Yeah, it's reversible. To make it look more like the later releases. But I've left it the way it is. And I'm getting a phone call. So, pause that video. Alright, I just got a phone call, but let's see what else is on here. Disc 2. Manos, The Hands of Fate, the original feature. I think that is the movie with the Yeah, this has the movie, the original movie, not the Mystery Science Theater movie. Hotel Torga documentary of the making of Manos. Jam Handy to the rescue. Hired, part 1 and 2. So, Mystery Science Theater movies had shorts. Manos, the Hands of Fate. Hands of Fat. I can't remember if I had part 1 or part 2. I think I had Hired part 1, and Hired part 2 was actually in another episode. But they combined both shorts together, and that special is on this disc. And then this is and more. There's 4.5 hours of content. So again, this is not that old. So if you're into a single episode with lots of features, this is a really good one. Alright, now on to the box sets. Now, some of these box sets, actually most of these box sets aren't in print anymore. So your only chance of getting any of these, if you're interested, is to buy used on Amazon or through eBay. And sometimes they could go for quite a lot. Sometimes not, sometimes yes. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I really haven't looked at the prices. But first of all, let's go with, it's just Mystery Science Theater 3000, Volume 1. Bloodlust, Catalina Caper, Creeping Terror, and The Skydivers. Skydivers, like the best movie on here. This has a like a movable thing. Like this thing, this rocket would move across here, but I've lost the tab is pushed too far in. But then this wheel spins here, and yeah, we can see some of the little quotes and stuff. Very interesting. What else is in here? Got yeah, it's just really nothing special. Oh, all of these movies apparently double-sided discs. So, all of these movies, you have the original versions of them. Let's see here. Yes, non-Mystery Science Theater 3000 versions of the film. So yeah, all of these have the original video. So yeah, Skydivers, probably the best episode. Creeping Terror is pretty funny. Catalina Caper is the only comedy they ever did. This is one of my favorites. And Bloodlust, again, pretty funny. Moving on, we got Mystery Science Theater Volume 2. Let's just say Volume 2. I'm not going to say that every time. This one has got the little rocket or blimp again that moves across the thing. And again, got the spinny wheel with different scenes from movies. And actually it changes who's in these cars too. So pretty interesting. Angel's Revenge, Cave Dwellers, Pod Peoples, and Shorts Volume 1. So only 3 movies and then a collection of shorts. Probably due to licensing reasons. So yeah, Angel's Revenge. This one doesn't have the full movies on it. Angel's Revenge is kind of a ripoff of Charlie's Angels. I never really got too into that one. It's not one of my favorites. Angel's Revenge, Cave Dwellers, very hilarious. It was part of the Turkey Day Marathon yesterday. Pod People, again, these 2 episodes are really close to each other. They have very very similar intros to each other. Like the movie, the way the movie has that pixelated thing, scenes of things that never really happened in the movie. It's very strange. And then Shorts Volume 1, a collection of shorts. So that one doesn't really have, so 3 movies, and then, again, shorts. And then Volume 3 here, we have The Atomic Brain, The Unearthly, Side Hackers, and Shorts Volume 2. Now, as I said, Shorts Volume 3 came with the Essentials when I pre-ordered it, so I don't know how easy or tough it will be to get that one again. But this one has got a pretty interesting, yeah, it tries to simulate the opening door sequence with the front cover by all these folding 3, 4, 5. I think that's as far as it goes. But yeah, they tried to do something nifty with this one. Made the box set very thick. You can see how many layers are in there. So what does this come with here? Let's see here. The Atomic Brain, pretty funny, but not one of my favorites. The Unearthly, yeah, one of my least favorite episodes. Still funny, but still one of my least favorite. And the Side Hackers, same thing. Man, this is a kind of a dud of a box set, if you ask me. I'm not really a big fan of the Side Hackers, the Unearthly. The Atomic Brain is probably the best of the lot here. And then we have Shorts Volume 3. Let's see here what we got in here. Slide that open, and yeah. Same thing, just the movies, no real special features at all. And yeah. Now the next one is where things started to turn around, because this is my first. This includes the first episodes from the Sci-Fi era when they were on the Sci-Fi channel. We have the Girl in the Gold Boots, Hamlet, Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, and Space Mutiny. Actually, all these episodes are Sci-Fi channel episodes. So yeah, this includes introductions by Mike Nelson, and then just the trailer and a TV spot for the Girl in Gold Boots. So let's see here what we got. Girl in the Gold Boots. All these episodes are really good. Hamlet's probably the least of my favorite of the bunch. But Space Mutiny, this box set's worth having for Space Mutiny alone. Overdrawn at the Memory Bank with Raul Julia, very hilarious, and the Girl in the Gold Boots. These are like grade A episodes right here. So just for these three alone, this is a highly recommended box set if you could find it. It had this 3D effect here with this volume 4 sticking out for no reason at all. Next one we got is volume 5. Comes with Boggy Creek 2. The legend continues. I didn't put that on there. Merlin's Shop of Mystical Wonders, Time Chasers, and The Touch of Satan. Again, all Sci-Fi eras episodes. What special? Original Taylor for The Touch of Death. An interview with Mike Nelson and Kevin Murphy, and introductions by Mike Nelson. So, what we got here, let's see. Boggy Creek 2, hilarious episode. I'd recommend that. Merlin's Shop of Mystical Wonders. Now, this wasn't the last episode they made, but it was the last episode that aired due to licensing issues. So this actually aired as like a lost episode long after the last episode of Mystery Science Theater actually aired. Time Chasers, very funny episode. For Castleton. And The Touch of Satan. Again, I mean, that's that's my least favorite of this lot, I think, but still very, very funny. So again, volume 5, highly recommended if you could find it. Next up, we got volume 6. Includes Attack of the Giant Leeches, Gunslinger, Mr. B's Lost Shorts, which is actually Shorts Volume 4, and Teenagers from Outer Space. What we got for bonus features, really, it doesn't really say much, so maybe not much at all. So what we got here? We got Attack of the Giant Leeches. I'd say it's an average episode, not not spectacular, really doesn't stand out to me, but still not one of the worst ones. Gunslinger, second to the last Joel episode. It does have some very funny moments in there. It's a Western, one of the very few Westerns they did. Teenagers from Outer Space, one of my favorite episodes. This is probably my favorite of the group here. And Mr. B's Lost Shorts, which obviously would have the Mr. B Natural short and some extra shorts as well. I don't think there's as many shorts in that one as there are. Oh, here we go. Here's all the shorts on this one. Mr. B Natural, X Marks the Spot, Hired. I wonder if that's Hired part 1 and part 2. It's probably just part 1. Designed for Dreaming. Oh, that is the best short. One of the best shorts. Designed for Dreaming. Johnny at the Fair, and Are You Ready for Marriage? I guess it does have the same amount of shorts as the other ones do. But yeah, I guess this shorts list is really worth watching if you're into the shorts things. Moving on to the next one. We have Volume 7. This includes Hercules Unchained, Hercules Against the Moonman, Prince of Spacing, The Killer Shrews. So almost all Comedy Central episode eras except for Prince of Space. Does it say any bonus features? Oh, this has 3 bonus shorts. Assignment Venezuela, which was actually never put into a... it was meant to be part of the CD-ROM project, but that never materialized. So this Assignment of Venezuela short never aired. So that's one reason worth having this. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, Bad Cop. Oh, yes. Okay, here's what happened. I put a little... This disc is actually The Killer Shrews, disc 4. It says bad copy. I got a replacement because very early sets, this is when I was actually buying them right when they came out, these DVDs, the Killer Shrew was actually missing like 30 seconds to a minute worth of footage in it. It just it was edited out for some reason. All I had to do was go on their website and say, hey, I have one of the early versions, and they sent me a replacement disc. But I didn't really have to do anything with the original disc, so I decided to keep that and leave it in here. Put a little post-it note on it that says bad copy. Yeah, I'm not going to throw it away. Hercules Unchained and Hercules Against the Moomin are, to me, so-so episodes. I really like the original Hercules. I think they did 3 Hercules movies, unless I'm mistaken. And, yeah, one of these is where Hercules forgets who he is, and the other one is really goofy with the Moomin. Maybe this is the one where he forgets. I don't really remember. I forgot. I drank from the well of forgetfulness. Prince of Space, the best episode on this collection. And then the Killer Shrews, and then the 3 bonus shorts. I really have nothing to say about the Killer Shrews. Really nothing. I mean, they're all funny, but again, nothing really sticks out. Let's move on to the next one. We have Volume 8, which has Hobgoblins, The Phantom Planet, Monster Go-Go, and The Dead Talk Back. Really, I don't really see any bonus features here again. Let's see here. Hobgoblins, grade A episode, very funny, this is probably the best episode on the list. And The Phantom Planet, very funny. Yeah, again, with the astronaut who winds up on this planet and then shrinks. It's really weird. Monster Go-Go is actually what I consider. Monster Go-Go is actually the worst movie Mystery Science Theater ever did. A lot of people say it's Manos, but I'd say it's actually Monster Go-Go. Hey, what can you say about a movie where the guy makes his own sound effects for the phone before he answers it and plays it off so seriously? And at the end of the movie, spoilers, there is no monster. They're chasing this monster around that's killing people, and the narrator's like, there's no monster. What are you talking about? Get the hell out of here. And The Dead Cockback. This is one of those movies I love. It's hilarious. It comes with, the short The Selling Wizard. But The Dead Talkback is full of weird-ass people, especially the main character. He's like the weirdest of the bunch. And it's all weird. It is so. They try to get the, as Crow would say in the movie, hey, I just realized they never talk to the dead. For a whole movie about talking to the dead, they never actually talk to the dead. Let's move on. We have Volume 9, which has Women of the Prehistoric Planet, Wild Rebels, The Sinister Urge, and The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Yes, that is one movie. Let's see here. Again, they don't really see bonus features. Let's see here. We got, what is this one? The Women of Prehistoric Planet. One of the better season 1 episodes, and it includes one of the riffs they used throughout the whole series, Haikiba. So if you're wondering where Haikiba came from, it came from this episode. Wild Rebels is one of those ones I didn't like it at first, but it kind of grew on me. What is this one? Sinister Urge. I see they made the disc so it's harder and harder to read what's on them. The Sinister Urge, Ed Wood movie. This might be the best. No, this is the second best of the lot. Because the best is The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Such a weird musical monster movie. Get out of here! No, wait, that's a different movie. What is this one? This is the one that's got You Filthy Pig and Ortega, kind of a Torgo replacement for the sci-fi era of movies. Very funny. So you see, it's hard for me to recommend these box sets because I'm just going to recommend them all. That's why I'm kind of going through one at a time, kind of explain what's on them. All right, next up we have Mystery Science Theater 3000 Volume 10. Now this is one that got recalled fairly quickly, so if you find this one for a cheap price, consider yourself lucky. This one actually contains Godzilla vs. Megalon, Swap Diamonds, Teenage Strangler, and the Giant Spider Invasion. Godzilla vs. Megalon, they didn't actually have the rights to sell on DVD, and they didn't realize it until after it was already out in shelves. But me, you know, I bought everything as soon as it came out, got it, and then got recalled right away. And so yeah, Godzilla vs. Let's just go with what's on here. We have special features, the video jukebox, which I think is you know, the songs they did in the show, outtakes, and a photo gallery. Godzilla vs. Megalon, one of the funniest movies, one of only 2 Godzilla movies they did. This is the one. This is the better one of the 2 with Jet Jaguar. Very funny. Swamp Diamonds, it's kind of an average episode, I think. Nothing really too memorable in that episode, but still funny. Teenage Strangler, really, really funny episode. And he didn't steal no bike, neither. I did. Really, really weird scene. And the Giant Spider Invasion, another movie with Alan Hale Jr. Now, what did they do? Well, when Volume 10 was released and recalled, they decided to repackage it. And I'll get to that repackaging later. But the repackage actually had another movie in it in place of Godzilla vs. Megalon. So, what they had was, for a limited time, you could buy this single disc episode of the giant Gila monster by itself. So, yeah, you get the giant Gila monster. It was like $10 or something. I don't really remember. But, yeah, so I ordered away for that. And what's funny about this is I actually got a brand new sketch, well, new at the time, of Joel, Dr. Forrester, and Frank explaining, you know, the mix-up, and they made it out like it was Frank's fault that Godzilla vs. Megalon was on the in the original packaging. And they explain how to upgrade it. They're like, oh, here's what you do: you take this disc, you throw it away, and you replace it with this disc. And it was funny because he gives it to Crow. He's like, yeah, right, I'm gonna throw it away the next chance I get. Yeah, right. It's funny because they know nobody's gonna throw this. Which one is it? This one. They're not gonna throw Godzilla vs. Megalon away. One, they know it's rare, or, you know, was recalled. So Godzilla vs. Megalon, again, very funny movie. I think I explained all these already. Again, with these, the way they made them, it's kind of hard to tell. Swamp Diamonds is here. Teenage Strangler and Giant Spider Invasion. Very funny. So, since I have this one out, I also picked up this just to have it be complete. See, it's still sealed. This is volume 10.2. It's exactly the same as volume 10, except it replaces Godzilla vs. Megalon with the giant Gila monster. Never opened this because I have all the discs in here anyway. So I just wanted to have this one to be complete with the box sets. Again, on the back it's exactly the same, except that they replaced the screenshot for Godzilla vs. Megalon. And they have all the bonus features that were on this other disc here, in addition to these 3. Never before released original recordings by Don. So I don't really know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, it's volume 10 and volume 10.2. Moving on, volume 11 has Ring of Terror, Indestructible Man, Tormented, and Horror of Spider Island. Let's see what we got here. Special features, the trailers for all the movies, video jukebox version 2, and the MST3K Hour wraps for Tormented. Now, if you don't know what the MST3K Hour is, that was when they were trying to see it, to air an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000. It takes 2 hours of airtime, which in the beginning was a good thing working for it. But as you know, time went on, it got harder and harder to program slots for a 2-hour show. So they would take one show, split it in half, and put new beginnings and ends, and that was the Mystery Science Theater Hour, as it were. So, you know, sometimes you get those wraps. Ring of Terror, very early episode, season 2 episode. It's kind of interesting. There's some funny lines there. Not one of my absolute favorites, but not one that I try to avoid. Indestructible Man, pretty funny episode about a man who literally becomes indestructible, even though they do destroy him at the end. So, kind of misleading title. Tormented, kind of like a chilling war tale, kind of, if they had done it right. Kind of weird, with a blind lady and an annoying kid, and this guy's, what do you call it? he was having an affair with against his fiancée, and when he was finally going with his fiancée and trying to break up with this other girl, she wouldn't let him, and he accidentally killed her, and she kept coming back to haunt him. And the Horrors of Spider Island, which is just entirely ridiculous, with a whole dance troupe that winds up on this island with this mutated spider. And it's really weird. Let's see here, what we got inside here. I know I'm kind of doing this hodgepodge, kind of doing this fly at the seat of my pants, but again, you know, got these weird discs where it's kind of hard to find where the title is. So let's move on to the last of the Rhino DVD collections here, and that is Volume 12 with the Rebel Set, Super Agent Super Dragon, or Secret Agent Super Dragon, the Starfighters, and Parts of the Clonus Horror. Let's see what bonus materials included as special features. We got the trailers. Original trailers, the Video Jukebox Volume 3, interview with one of the stars from one of the movies, and more MST Hour reps, and another interview of the director of Parts of the Clonus Horror. So let's go look at these discs. And the Rebel Set, yeah, kind of interesting. The title of the movie is really misleading. It takes place on a train. Johnny at the Fair, that's kind of an interesting short. Yeah, kind of a ho-hum episode, I think. Secret Agent Super Dragon, a step above Rebel Set, but again, I think a kind of a ho-hum episode. It does have more memorable moments. The Starfighters, this one should be one of those ho-hum episodes, but for some reason I really like this one. It's all about the Air Force and just fighter pilots, and there's really no plot to it. It's very little plot to it, let's just say. Lots of scenes of airplane stock footage, but Mike and the Bots really make it hilarious. And then Parts of the Clonus Horror, probably the best movie of the whole set, dealing with clonus, clones being made for body parts, and for really people with a lot of money, political figures, that kind of thing. Very funny, very hilarious, and that is the last of the Rhino collection. All right, now the Shout Factory started off their series of Mystery Science Theater 3000 DVDs with a bang with this huge ass tin for the 20th anniversary edition. This came inside of it. This is the these are the way they're packaging them now here. This comes with the first spaceship on Venus, Laser Blast, Werewolf, and Future War. All very good episodes, the least of which would be First Spaceship on Venus. Still funny, but Laser Blast, Werewolf, and Future War. All must-see episodes for Mystery Science Theater 3000 fans. I would say must-see all those. They're hilarious. Werewolf, I know, was part of the Turkey Day Marathon. So what they were doing is, this actually included the movie posters, which are exactly the same as the covers here. So you really don't need, and almost all of these come with these mini movie posters. And actually, if you see here, there's a little indent here, and that's because this set also came with this Crow T robot statuette, which I include by my TV at all times now. So yeah, there's Crow T robot there. And let's see what movies we got here. Future War, again, a very hilarious movie, and all of them, like up until now, have this style here. Bonus features on this one. Comic-Con International Review Panel trailer and variations on the theme song. I guess this is all the different theme songs for Mystery Science Theater 3000. So it's got like a Jean-Claude Van Damme look-alike who kickboxes robots and dinosaurs from the future. Very odd. We have Werewolf, again, really crappy werewolf movie. Actually one of the most recent movies they did. I think the Werewolf movie came out in 1994, but very funny. Laser Blast from the 70s, kind of tried to riff off Star Wars. Not really a rip off of Star Wars, just aliens who accidentally leave a laser blast gun on the planet. It's just it's almost too complicated to explain. But there's a scene where the guy laser blasts a Star Wars sign for no reason. Let's see, what did I see what come out here? This comes as the history of Mystery Science Theater 3000 part part 3, part 2. I guess it's in 3 parts all across these DVDs. Like I said, this is part 2, and the Laser Blast trailer. And this is first spaceship on Venus, kind of like a whole bunch of crew, international crew, goes to Venus. I don't remember why. They just do. And then that's the history of Mystery Science Theater Part 1. So that's the 20th anniversary edition. This is actually volume... What is this? This is volume 13, I think. What was the last one? This is 12. Yeah, so this is volume 13. Though they didn't name it as 13, it's just the 20th anniversary edition. The next one we have here is 14. This includes a Mad Monster, Manhunt in Space, Soul Taker, and Final Justice. From now on, I don't think I really have to look at the backs, because, again, this has the movie posters, the same ones that are on the covers here. Excuse me. Final Justice with Joe Don Baker, the second Joe Don Baker movie. Cowboy Texan goes to a small Italy town, or a European nation, kind of close to Italy, I think. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense because of a guy that killed his partner, and he's seeing him off for justice or whatever. New interview with Braden Clark, and oh yeah, it's the one episode of Cheap Seats where I don't think it's the whole episode. Cheap Seats without Ron Parker. If you don't know what Cheap Seats is, look it up. It's kind of like a Mystery Science Theater-esque kind of thing they did on ESPN, where they made fun of old sports footage and stuff. They even did spelling bees. It's really funny. But there was an episode where Mike, Tom, and Crow show up on it, and I guess that's just clips for that episode. Soul Taker. This is probably my wife's favorite episode, where the guy goes around, the Angel of Death goes around taking souls, and he screws up, and all these people are running for their lives. New interview with Soul Taker. Oh, Joe Estevez. Interview with Joe Estevez on this one. Manhunt in Space. Was it not Commando Cody? Rocky from the Rocky series. I can't remember what his last name is. Rocky Jones. So this is Rocky Jones' old episode. Oh, there's really no bonus features at all. Just a movie here. I don't know. It's okay. Mad Monster, another one of my least favorite ones. This is one of the oldest movies they've done, and this has the original Mad Monster trailer. So yeah, I like all these covers they did with Tom and Crow on it, and you'll see that from now on actually on all these box sets. All right, next up is volume 15. The Girl in Lover's Lane, Robot vs. the Aztec Mummy, Zombie Nightmare, and Racket Girls. And again, I really no need to care, again, with the movie posters that are the same. And here, same thing here. Zombie Nightmare, very hilarious episode. Zombie... What is it? The zombie... oh, yeah, the guy gets killed, and his mom contacts this voodoo witch doctor person and turns him back into a zombie for revenge. And Zombie Nightmare equals MST3K Dream, and then the interviews with the stars of the movie. Girl in Lover's Lane. This one really grew on me. I really like this episode with Big Stupid. It's like a bunch of, this guy's running away from home. He meets up with a hobo of sorts, and he's like a vagabond. They go to the town and interact with the people there, and it winds up turning horribly wrong for everybody. The Robot versus the Aztec Mummy. One of the earliest episodes. It's like actually episode 102, first season, second episode. Yeah, so, glimpses of KTMA, MST3K Scrapbook. None of the KTMA episodes have been on DVD as of yet, and they probably never will be. Robot versus the Aztec Mummy promos. It's a Mexican movie, dubbed in English. Really, kind of interesting to check out. I wouldn't say must-watch, but... And then Racket Girls. This movie is just so bizarre. It's about female wrestling and... the corrupted individuals who run that. It's very odd. So we got a sneak peek from the upcoming Hamlet ADD Racket Girls promo. So yeah, there's that box set. Let's put that back. And check out volume... Okay, this is another big one. This is a volume, I think of my Roman numeral, 16. And if you can see, there's a little silhouette there. This came with a Tom Servo here. So it came with this little Tom Servo figurine originally. I don't know if it still does, if you can find it or whatnot. But this, again, I don't really have this in there. But this came with The Corpse Vanishes, Warrior of the Lost World, Santa Claus, Night of the Blood Beast. So yeah, we can put it back off to the side. Again, the movie posters are in here. The mini movie posters. And Santa Claus, the second Santa Claus movie, and this is really funny because it's a Mexican Santa Claus movie, where Santa Claus lives on the moon and fights Satan. Well, actually not Satan himself, but a devil of Satan, I guess. I don't know. It's Satan versus Santa. Yeah, it's pretty much the plot of the movie. Santa Claus conquers the devil, a 50-year retrospective. Santa Claus trailer, radio spot, still gallery, teaser trailer for The Wonder World of K. Gordon Murray in color scope. Warrior of the Lost World, really Mad Max ripoff, very funny. It's really all I need to say about that one. Highly recommended to watch. One of my favorite episodes. Interview with the Warrior of the Lost World, the director. Night of the Blood Beast. Now, what's interesting about this one is that there's two versions of this movie, and both of them are on this disc. There's a Turkey Day version and a regular version, and they both have the movie's exactly the same, but the host segments are completely different. So even says that includes the Night of the Blood Beast Turkey Day version, the Turkey Day 1995 intros, because there was a long build-up. It was like a marathon, and then at the end of the marathon, they had the brand new episode back then. And then Night of the Blood Beast trailer, and then The Corpse Vanishes. A bad doctor preys upon innocent brides. Really old episode, kind of like the least of the bunch, I think, with... Who's in this one? The guy from Ed Wood. I can't think of his name. But it's a so-so episode where a mad doctor's stealing brides and stealing their youth to keep his wife young or something like that. I might have that completely wrong, but whatever. Okay, moving on. You know, there are a lot more of these than I thought. Volume 17. The Crawling Eye, Beatniks, Final Sacrifice, and the Blood Waters of Dr. Z. Again, we don't need to do that. It's got the mini posters in there. The Beatniks, the movie that doesn't really have Beatniks. Again, I won't get into it, but it's an okay episode. Kind of sticks out to me because it was one of the first episodes I got through tape trading. Crawling Eye, first episode on Comedy Central. Very unusual, where a bunch of eyeballs try to take over the Earth. Doesn't work out quite well. And I like how they explain why it doesn't work out, why it wouldn't work at all at the end of the movie. New introduction by Joel Hodgson and the original trailer. Blood Waters of Dr. Z. I really like this movie. It's really fun, where a mad scientist turns himself into a half-man, half-fish, and plans on turning everybody into the world into half-man, half-fish to become the dominant species. It's really crackpot stuff, but, you know. And he actually, at the end of the movie, spoilers, he kind of succeeds. The trailer, original promos, photo gallery. Okay. The Final Sacrifice, another episode that was on the Turkey Day yesterday. Again, really funny Canadian movie. Really a lot of Canada riffing in general in this movie. Just really funny. With a main character named Zap Rousdower. So yeah. Moving on. Alright, we got volume 18. Contains The Lost Continent, Trash of the Moons, Beast of Yucca Flats, and Jack Frost. Again, same as usual, got the mini movie posters and the DVDs in here. Crash of the Moons, the other Rocky Jones movie they did. And, yeah, really not much I can say about this one, although it includes the guy who played Sergeant Schultz in Hogan's Heroes. Mystery Science Theater 3000 Hour Raps. It's really funny. It really is. This one I think is better than the other one. Manhunt in Space. Jack Frost, very funny movie. If you're into your Mystery Science Theater 3000 at all, this is a must-watch. This says it all. Witchcraft, magic mushrooms, and the power of Jack Frost. There's a witch. Oh, this movie is all over the place. And I actually think it's quite a good movie, even without the Mystery Science Theater 3000 riffing. There's a lot of stuff in there. Guy turns into a bear, and then the mushroom guy turns him back when he thinks about... I don't know. It's really complicated. I'm not going to bother getting into any more than that, but I really like this movie. I really do. New introduction by Kevin Murphy. Lost Continent. Now, this is one of those ho-hum episodes. I think this one kind of winds up being really boring, but I can't even remember the plot thoroughly on this one, but a bunch of scientists winds up in dinosaur land with stock dinosaur footage. I don't know. From claymation. I don't know. It's all stop-motion stuff. New introduction by Frank Conniff and the original theatrical trailer. The Beast of Yucca Flats, this one's one I really like too, because there's full of weird characters and a plot that is really bizarre. In fact, the woman gets killed at the beginning of this movie. We don't even know why, or it doesn't have any effect on the rest of the movie at all. We don't even know who she was. Or why she got killed, and it has no relevance to the rest of the movie. I don't know. This is the classic quote, flag on the moon. How'd it get there? No dialogue necessary, making of off-camera masterpiece. Coleman Francis, the cinematic poet of parking. The original trailer and stills gallery. Alright, moving on. We got another big box coming up here. We've got this box. Now, I've seen this one in stores somewhat recently, still. Huge ass box. Look at the size of this box. Why? Because it came with just Gypsy figure. Look at how big this base is. That's crazy, okay? So there's Gypsy. This one came with Gypsy. That's why this box is so big. But again, here is the actual box set. I don't even know if they sell this separately. I guess they do. So this comes with Robot Monster, Bride of the Monster, Devil Doll, and Devilfish. 2 monsters, 2 devils. Let's see what we got. Again, the movie posters are in there. Bride of the Monster, Ed Wood movie. In fact, in the movie Ed Wood, you could see them reenacting scenes of them filming this movie. Really kind of funny. It really is. It's one of those funniest movies. And the riffing is really top-notch in this one, too. Hired Part 1 is in there. So I guess the Manos Hands of Fate, or one I showed earlier, was Hired Part 2. So this does have the Hired Part 1. I don't know what episode this was offhand. I think it's something from Season 4. Yeah. Devil Doll. Ventriloquist goes into the occult and transfers the soul of one of his assistants into a dummy. Very funny. Puppet Master Richard Gordon on Devil Doll, original Devil Doll trailer. Devilfish. They genetically mutate some animal, or they create some animal. It's like half shark, half octopus, and it becomes the Devilfish. So it's kind of like a ripoff of Jaws with a mutated shark creature. Origins and Beyond the Convergence 2009 Devilfish trailer. And Robot Monster, one of my favorite episodes from the first season. The monster is wearing, clearly some guy wearing a old scuba diving mask and a gorilla ape suit costume. And he basically killed everybody on the planet except for a couple people. And the whole movie, he's trying to kill the rest of those people. New introduction by J. Elvis Weinstein, and original Robot Monster trailer. Larry Blairmore geeks out, whatever that means. I don't remember. Alright, moving on again. Oops, I gotta be careful of the stacks that I'm putting over here. Volume 20 includes Magic Voyage of Sinbad, Project Moonbase, Master Ninja 1, and Mr. Ninja 2. So, let's see what we got. Again, I got the trailers. Again, let's do Master Ninja 1. Master Ninja 1 and 2, this was supposed to be a TV series. And what they were doing was they were combining 2 episodes of the series into one feature-length movie. So we wind up with Master Ninja 1 and 2 with Lee Van Cleef as the Master Ninja. And he's training Timothy Patton as his, I guess his apprentice, I don't know. It's very TV movie-ish type stuff. New interview with Master Ninja guest star Bill McKinney, whoever that was. I don't remember that interview. This one has Tom Servo versus Tom Servo panel at Dragon Con 2010. Magic Voyage of Sinbad. One of the couple Russo-Finnish films they did. I really like this movie, even without the riffing. The riffing really makes it funny, but it's really got some really good special effects and stuff for the time this movie was made. The Bluebird of Happiness. New introduction by Tracy Ballou and Mr. Science Theater Hour Reps. Project Moonbase, Marooned on the Moon. I'm confusing this one with Moon 02. Oh, that's right. I guess they go up to the moon, and it turns out they have a Russian spy with them, and he sabotages the mission. They catch him, and then this guy and this girl wind up marooned on the moon, and for a while, I guess. It's been a while since I've seen this one, actually. A look at Mystery Science Theater 3000 with director of photography Jeff Stonehouse, and it has the original trailer. Alright, and then next we have another tin of Mystery Science Theater versus Gamera. This is volume 21. So this is one of the very few that actually had 5 movies with it. Look at this. They've got Gamera riffing the satellite right there at the end. So yeah, they did a lot of Gamera movies, and I think 5 of them. And I think this box set has all 5 of them. Actually, I never took that out of here, huh? So again, you've got the movie posters in there. I left this one in here for some reason, but again, so this one has 5. We've got Gamera versus Gaios, and I'm not gonna really get into it, see what other each one, because it's basically Gamera fighting some other monster, except for the original one. So it says Gamera Obscura, history by August Raccoon, and the original Japanese movie trailer. Gamera versus Girion, and the Hour Wraps and Japanese trailer. Gamera versus Zigra, and this has the original trailer. Gamera versus Baragon. This one has Gamera versus the Chidio Brothers, whatever that is. And then the original Japanese trailer. And then the original Gamera. Gamera was, who did Gamera? I can't even remember, but that was their answer to Godzilla. Godzilla came out first, and then he came out with another. But I kind of really like Gamera. He's like a flying turtle. Who likes kids for some reason. So happy to get a look back at MST3K and Gamera, the MST Hour Wraps and Japanese trailer. Alright. Moving on, we have volume 22, Time of the Apes, Mighty Jack, The Violent Years, and The Brute Man. Again, really the same stuff on the back. We got Time of the Apes, which is like Planet of the Apes Japanese style. Temporal travelers are stranded on the Time of the Apes. Oh, my phone's ringing. Alright, that was my phone. Time of the Apes. We got introduction by August Ragone, and author of Master of Monsters, and MST the Hour Wraps. We got Mighty Jack, a movie that confuses me to this day. I don't really recommend this movie unless you're really into Mystery Science Theater 3000. I don't really, because it's bizarre. I really can't really remember anything about this movie. Again, introduction by August Rathbone, and the DVD menus of MST3K. Wow, that's weird. I don't know if I remember I've watched that. The Violent Years. Oh, this might be the best of the bunch. Ed Wood movie about these well-off high school girls who go off and do crime sprees for no reason at all, other than they like the thrill of it. And Education, archive interviews with Dolores Fulner and Kathy Wood. And The Brute Man. Again, a really good episode from season 7. Hideously disfigured, he kills for revenge. He's not that disfigured, but again, it's kind of an interesting movie how he gets captured because of his love of a blind woman. New introduction by Mary Jo Peele, Trail of the Creeper, Making of the Brute Man, and the Making of Mystery Science Theater 3000 from 1997. Very cool stuff. Oops. I'm like losing my little background here. Moving on. Only about 6 more to go. Yeah. Volume 23. King Dinosaur, The Cast of Fu Manchu, codenamed Diamond Head, and The Last of the Wild Horses. Again, we got the movie posters in there. Last of the Wild Horses is a very bizarre episode because the first quarter of the movie is actually riffed on by Dr. Forrester and TV's Frank, because they there was some kind of weird, I can't remember exactly what happened, but an alternate dimension takes place and half of the crew winds up with half of the other crew. So Mike is evil and in Deep 13, while Dr. Forrester and TV's Frank are actually the ones riffing on the movie. But then it self-corrects itself for the most part, except there's an evil Tom Servo most of the episode riffing on the movie. Very odd stuff going on here. Vintage MST3K promos bonus on that. Codename Diamond Head takes place in Hawaii. Kind of like spy stuff, you know, guy wearing tight bell-bottom pants, if you enjoy that kind of thing. Life After Mystery Science Theater 3000 with Kevin Murphy, codename Quinn Martin. I think this was like a TV show pilot that never took off or something. I don't know. Castle of Fu Manchu. Wow. Even Joel and the boss agree nothing really happens in this movie. Nothing really makes sense in this movie either. It's one of those really bad movies that kind of almost makes a bad episode. But still, I wouldn't recommend it unless you want more Mystery Science Theater and you've seen everything already. Introduction by Frank Conniff. Dark Star robots don't need SAG cards, and the original theatrical trailer. And then King Dinosaur. This is another one of those movies, a lot like Lost Continent, where I'm sure I get the 2 episodes mixed up. Nothing really happens in this movie that I can remember. Journey to a Strange New World of Prehistoric Terrors. It's not one of my favorite episodes. Incredible Mr. Lippert, and original theatrical trailer. See the first humans explore set forth on an uncharted world, and see Uncanny Island where prehistoric perils still rule. Yeah, it seems very, very much like Lost Continent. So out of this whole box, Last of the Wild Horses is probably really the best one on it. Then we got Volume 24, which includes Fugitive Alien, Star Force, Fugitive Alien 2, Sword and the Dragon, and Samson vs. Vampire Women. This is actually a really good box set. I'm really glad they included Fugitive Alien 2 in the same box set. Again, we got the same mini movie posters are the same as the covers here. Samson versus the Vampire Woman. Now, Samson is actually a really popular Mexican character back in the day. He's like a luchador wearing a silver mask, and he wound up becoming a superwoman, and here he is fighting vampire women. Really, not much you could really go into the plot other than it's really, you have to see it. It's really crazy. Life After Mystery Science Theater 3000 with Frank Conniff, Lucha Gringo, K. Gordon Murray meets Santo in the TV spot. Fugitive Alien. Again, you know what's funny is this is one of those movies I saw really late night on TV before I even knew about Mystery Science Theater 3000. And so I remember most of the plot of this movie even before I saw this. But this one includes, he tried to kill him with the forklift, ole. Or, you're stuck here. Trapped between 2 worlds, haunted by the women he loves. So the guy, he's a star wolf, and he's on attack with women. He refuses to kill a child, and in order to stop his comrade or whatever from killing the child, he accidentally kills him, and he winds up a fugitive from his own people. He winds up teaming up with a crew, some kind of research crew or whatever from Earth, while his own people, his own fiance is sent out to kill him. It's really bizarre stuff. And then this is the sequel to that, Star Force Fugitive Alien 2. It was, again, these are Japanese movies, and they were originally a TV show. So these movies are like the TV shows combined together into movie format. And this kind of finishes off the series, I think. I don't really remember. But again, it's more of the same. You asked for it. Sandy Frank speaks. And there's my phone again. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so next one. The Sword and the Dragon. Another one of those Russo Finish films, which I think are really good, actually, even without the Mystery Science Theater riffing. But add the Mystery Science Theater riffing in the mix, and it's really, really awesome stuff. I highly recommend The Sword and the Dragon. Bonus feature, the shorts, Snow Thrills and a Date with Your Family. I wonder why they threw those shorts on here separately. So it's weird. It's kind of like a little shorts volume included on this disc. It's really weird that they did that. Alright, moving on. We got volume 25, which includes Robot Holocaust, Operation Kid Brother, Kitten with a Whip, and Revenge of the Creature. Now, I think it's really odd that they called this one Operation Kid Brother, because even, it's just one of the alternate titles in the movie. It's really known as Operation 007. And I'll get to that when we look at it. Still got the movie posters in there. Revenge of the Creature. I think this was the first episode of the Sci-Fi era. So, and it's basically Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's the sequel to the Creature of the Black Lagoon. However, not nearly as good. So that's all we really need to know about this one. Introduction by Mike Nelson, Jack Arnold at Universal, Life After Mystery Science Theater 3000, Bill Corbett, or Corbett. Kitten with a Whip, which is she's got claws and she likes to scratch. So I guess this is politician trying to become a congressman, and he helps this girl who looks like she's been beaten up and stuff. But it turns out she's really this calm woman, and she keeps coming back to him and blackmailing him to do certain things, or else he's going to expose him for having this young girl around. And it's with Anne Margaret actually, and Anne Margaret. Introduction by Mike Nelson. It's kind of a weird movie. This is the movie that's got I'm Dying in a Rush. And then we have Operation Kid Brother. This is actually Operation 007. I'm kind of surprised that they changed the name of it for these box sets here. But it actually has Sean Connery's brother, I think his name is Neil Connery, as a secret agent. He's forced into becoming a secret agent. He's really like a hypnotist surgeon, if that makes any sense. And because it's kind of like a knockoff spy movie, like it says here, knockoff spy films. Neil Connery. So it's worth watching if you want to see like a spin-off of a James Bond film. They never even really refer to him as James Bond or anything. They just refer to him as, hey, it's this operative, blah, 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 blah. And he really doesn't want to do it, but then he's forced to go along with it. He's smooth, he's suave, now it's his turn to save the world. And then we have Robot Holocaust, which is my favorite of the Season 1 episodes. Really hilarious. Really hilarious stuff. It's a really bad movie, but in a good way, and the riffing is just top-notch. Interesting thing about this is, even though... No, you know what? I'm thinking of something else. I'm not going to say it because I think I'm wrong. Anyway, this includes the introduction by Joel Hodgson and Life After MST3K with J. Elvis Weinstein. It's a very funny movie. It's really must see. If you see any of the Season 1 episodes, it's Robot Holocaust. Next, we have... Actually, you know what? This Season 25 actually came with, since I ordered it off of Shout Factory, they gave me a bonus disc, Radar Men from the Moon, serial and 8.5 chapters. It's not the whole Commando Cody, it's not the whole Radar Men from the Moon serials, it's not all of them, but only the ones they did on Mystery Science Theater 3000. And the reason it's 8.5 is because the last one they did, they cut it off so they could fit the movie in there. But, I had to get it just because. And I don't know how many episodes. Like I said, 8.5 episodes. They kind of just string them along. Very interesting to have this. Again, it doesn't really have the Tom and Crow themed covers, but whatever. Now we got Volume 26. The Magic Sword, Alien from L.A., Danger, Death Ray, and the Mole People. Same back. Movie posters in there, mini movie posters. We got the Magic Sword. This is the one by Bordrai Gordon. And I really do like this. It was one of the last ones I actually saw not brand new, but I've seen a lot of them, but this was like one of the ones that eluded me for a long time, and until I finally got it torrented and was able to watch it. Lots of interesting special effects and everything in this movie. It's not a bad movie actually, but it does make for some great riffing. Special feature of Bert Gordon, the amazing colossal filmmaker, theatrical trailer, and MST Hour Wraps. We have the Mole People, one of the early sci-fi era episodes. Doom await beneath the earth. So yeah, they go underneath, and then there's Mole People on another civilization that enslave the Mole People. Mushrooms and Madness, the making of the Mole People in the theatrical trailer. Danger, Death Ray, ba-ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Tool of Peace becomes the world's most dangerous weapon. Yes, scientists create the Death Ray for peaceful purposes, and then evil agents steal it and use it to terrorize the world. Life After Mystery Science Theater of Mike Nelson and the theatrical trailer. Yes, the secret spy that goes after him, his name is Bart Fargo. And then Alien Out from LA. This is one of the very first episodes I actually taped off TV myself. So it holds special significance for me there. But it stars Kathy Ireland going underneath the earth. Like, this was supposed to be like a sequel to Journey to the Center of the Earth or something like that. Where she's like, her father goes missing, she follows him, and winds up underneath the world, and everybody's saying she's an alien, and everybody's trying to chase her, kill her, and whatnot. This has the interview with director Albert Pun and the theatrical trailer. I highly recommend Alien from LA. It's one of my favorites. Let's put these back. And then we have volume 27, which has the Slime People, Rocket Attack USA, Village of the Giants, and the Deadly Mantis. And again, same back. And then the movie posters in there. We got the Deadly Mantis. I think it's due to nuclear tests or something. I don't know. No, a volcano erupts in the South Pacific or something like that, and it causes the Arctic to shift or something like that, and it frees this deadly mantis that was frozen in ice, and it goes around terrorizing everybody. And it's introduction by Mary Jo Pehl. Chasing Roadbud, the cinematic life of William Atlan, and theatrical trailers. And then Village of the Giants, where Ron Howard, as a little kid, creates a serum that makes things grow, and then these no-good-nicks come into town and steal it and eat it and terrorize everybody in the town as giants. Interview by star Joy Harmon and the theatrical trailer. And then the Slime People, which, it's so ho-hum. It's not really that great of an episode, but it's okay, I guess. Has a guy with a goat who won't leave the goat behind him. Doesn't believe everybody. It doesn't believe the Slime People. It doesn't make any sense. New interview with star Judith Morton Fraser and theatrical trailer. So it's really a ho-hum episode for me. And then Rocket Attack USA. I kind of really do like this one from season 2. This has the very first stinger where the blind guy goes, "Help me." Very funny stuff. Yeah, it's all about spies going to Russia to stop them from launching a rocket. But they completely fail, and everybody dies. Life After Mystery Science Theater, Tracy Ballou. And also, this one, since I ordered it off the Shout Factory, came with a bonus disc. The Serial Variety Pack, which includes shorts from the Phantom Creeps, the Undersea Kingdom, and General Hospital that they did. Again, not really a Tom or Crow cover on this one. But yeah, I kind of had to get that. 3 deliciously ripped cereals. So it's all the cereals for these that they did. I mean, they didn't do a whole lot, but for these, but you know, what they did, they included here. And then finally, the last one, the one that most recently came out, we have Mystery Science Theater 3000, the 25th anniversary edition. Comes in a nice tin container. The lid comes off like that instead of on a hinge like all the other ones did. We got the movie posters in here. But the movies that were included are Moon 02, Battle for $1 Billion Asteroid. It's actually not a bad movie, I don't think. It's kind of got a little comedy in there, but it does make for good riffing. So I'd say this is a must-see, or sort of must-see. Introduction by Hammer Films historian Constance Nassier. Return to Eden Paradise Part 1, The Crew, and the theatrical trailer. The Day the Earth Froze, another Russo-Finnish film. Very good special effects. I really do like this movie. It really did have a lot going for it, even back in the day. And it does make for good riffing, too. Return to Eden Prairie Part 2, The Locations, Mystery Science Theater, Hour Wraps, and theatrical trailer. And The Leech Woman, one of the early Sci-Fi era episodes, where a man and his wife, they fight all the time. She's older than him, and he resents her for the way she looks. They go to Africa and find this age-reverting formula or whatever. But in order to get it to work, you have to kill somebody. And so she steals it, takes it back with her, and starts killing people, and becomes the Leech Woman. And then finally, we have well, first, this disc actually has 3 movies on it. Well, no, it's 2 discs. One is Gorgo, and the other one has Mitchell and the Brain That Wouldn't Die. Actually, Gorgo is the one that is new. That's the one that's kind of like a European Godzilla ripoff, where Gorgo attacks London. So it's more like, more of the same like Godzilla, but it's slightly different in a different location. And then the other disc has Mitchell and Brain That Wouldn't Die as bonuses, because this is the 25th anniversary edition. They were previously released. You did see that at the beginning of the video, but then they released them again. Significance being is that Mitchell is the last Joel episode, and the Brain That Wouldn't Die is the first Mike episode. So what we got here, we have the disc 4 bonus features. Ninth Wonder of the World, The Making of Gorgo, MST3K edition. Leonard Moulton explains something, because Leonard Moulton did appear very briefly in the Gorgo episode, and a theatrical trailer. And then the disc 5 bonus is Last Flight of Joel Robinson, and an interview with Mary Nielsen. And that is my entire MST3K DVD collection. I knew this was going to take a long time. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I did get interrupted several times. I went shopping. This is Black Friday. I actually went out and did Black Friday shopping today, too, if you can believe that, during the middle of this video. So I have no idea. Videos could be an hour long. I don't care. This video is going to be an hour long if it's going to be an hour long. I can post an hour long video, so... and I don't even care who watches this video. Nobody watches this video. I don't even care. This is something I wanted to do for a long time. So, thanks everyone for watching. If you made it this far, congratulations. I can't believe you made it this far. Thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time. Bye.